I am RC Robbin. This is a created franchise on the video game MLB The Show 20 on my PS4. Created franchise takes the place of a major league team and allows you to, create the uniform and create all the players. In this case, the Bronx Knights have been dropped into the American League West. They've taken the place of the Houston Astros. And as you can see, it's June 21st, so it's the middle of the season, maybe a few weeks before the All-Star break. And the Bronx Knights are 50-27. They're in first place, and they have a 7.5 game lead over the second place Seattle Mariners. So let's jump into the next game in the schedule. Here's the schedule. It's a 4-game set. 4-game set, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 4-game set at Oakland in Oakland Coliseum. We've split the first 2 games. This is the third of the 4-game set. Let's play the game. Play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the away team at the Oakland Coliseum, Rickey Henderson Field. I don't like MLB Network. We'll do the show theme. Brendan Pisarski looks like he isn't quite ready to pitch. So I'm going to actually back out for a second and switch Madison Bumgarner and Brendan Pisarski. So hold on. So let's back out. Sorry about the delay, folks. Pitching rotation. Let's switch these two. Madison, then Brendan, then Patrick Joseph. Okay, let's go back into the calendar. Let's do the game. View organizations games. Play game. Okay. Play full game. Away team. Rickey Henderson Field. The show. Madison Bumgarner. And then let's see. We're going to take Max out because he looks like he needs a little rest. Put Manuel Margot in his place. He has speed, so he can lead off. And let's do switch her up with. I'm just switching up some. There we go. Ramos is designated hitter. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Matthew Sapp's the second baseman. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Sometimes you have to do a little administration. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. My intention is to play every inning of every game of a 162-game schedule to see if I can make the playoffs in the World Series. The difficulty setting is All-Star. So here we go. I also like to do play-by-play. All right. So welcome to the Oakland Coliseum for a beautiful day for Major League Baseball as the Bronx Knights visit the Oakland Athletics. And on the mound for the Oakland A's is Babe Ruth. He's had 16 starts on the mound. His record is 7-5 with a 3.62 earned run average, the Babe. And he gets to face Manuel Margot to lead off the game. He's hitting .226 in limited play. He's giving the regular starter Max Lukelich in center field the day off. So here comes the first pitch of the game. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Oakland A's are 1 game under 500 for 37-38. That's good for 3rd place in the American League West. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Margot. Checks his swing, the pitch is high, ball 2. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Don Mattingly is on deck. He's taking a pitch, does not have the green light. Inside corner, strike 1. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the top of the first. The ball game has just started here at Oakland Coliseum. And he pulls it foul down the third base line. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, the fastball, and there's 1 down. That's the replay. Terrible replay. Every replay of a strikeout should be from over the pitcher's shoulder so that you can see the location of a pitch. But here comes Don Mattingly, first baseman for the Bronx Knights, hitting .313, 17 homers, 65 runs batted in. First pitch is inside, ball 1. It is the middle of June here in this fictional season. And he hits it off the end of the bat to center field. Mickey Mantle is there to make the catch, and there's 2 away. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights: Manuel Margot is at center, Don Mattingly at first. Chris Ramos is the designated hitter today. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny LoCicero is in right. Matt Termini is at third. Matthew Saps is at second. And Anthony Millo is behind the plate. Chris Ramos, 381. Switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty, Babe Ruth. And he pops it up in foul territory. A lot of foul territory in Oakland Coliseum. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Babe. So half an inning of baseball. It's the Bronx Knights nothing. The Oakland A's come in to bat. On the mound for the Bronx Knights, spot starting is Madison Bumgarner. His record is 4-1 with a 2.61 earned run average, and this is his first start of the season. He has pitched mainly out of the bullpen, taking over for Telly Argios in the bullpen, in the rotation. Jackie Robinson, 295, 3 homers, 27 runs batted in. Steps in to start it off for the A's. At the knees, strike 1. Bronx Knights are 23 games over 500. Good for first place in the AL West. That's Matt Termini at third and Michael O'Rourke in left field. And he lines it to center, and it's going to be a leadoff single for the Oakland A's. They have a base runner here with nobody out. Jackie Robinson, first African-American baseball player to play in the major leagues. Tell Matt to do his homework and not to procrastinate. I love it. Welcome to the stream, Matt. Mr. Saps. Burt Wells is up, 355 batting average, 10 steals. So runner at first, nobody out. And the pitch is at the knees for strike 1. Runner leads off first. He's off for second. Throw down to second is a little high, not in time. So there's a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first for Burt Wells. And he grounds it weakly to third. Termini fields, fires. Got him for the first out here in the bottom of the first. He did hold the runner at second. Starting lineup for the Oakland A's: Jackie Robinson is at second. Burt Wells is at third. Mickey Mantle in center. Adam Dunn is in left. Cal Ripken Jr., shortstop. Shohei Ohtani is the right fielder. Ernie Banks is the DH. Anthony Rizzo is at first. And Yasmani Grandal is batting ninth and catching. So Mickey Mantle, 287, 21 homers, 57 runs batted in. Steps in with 1 out. And he skies a lazy fly ball towards the left center field gap. Margot is there. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Thank you for watching, Saps. You're playing second base today. So, with 2 down here in the bottom of the first, Adam Dunn steps up to the plate. 225, 17 homers, 42 RBIs. And he fouls off the first pitch, cutter, for strike 1. That was Jackie Robinson's 17th stolen base of the year. Line drive, base hit into left. Hard line drive prevented the runner at second from scoring. So with 2 down, there's runners at first and third. Nice hard line drive the other way from Adam Dunn. Tell Matt to do his homework. How funny. If only. Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man, hitting 338, 17 homers, 64 runs batted in. That leads the team. He's got an RBI opportunity at third base, but he needs a hit to get him in. And it's a line drive, long run for O'Rourke, but he makes the catch to retire the side. They leave 2 runners on, but at the end of 1 inning of play, there's no score here in Oakland. Not to procrastinate. Leading off the top of the second is Michael O'Rourke, hitting 350, 18 homers, 57 runs batted in, and he carries an 11-game hitting streak into this game. The Babe winds up and deals. Oh, it's a line drive, but it may stay up there. Oh, almost a brilliant catch by Adam Dunn, and it ends up being a double. Bounces off his glove. Almost, it's the 23rd double of the season for Michael O'Rourke. That puts him at the top of the leaders of the team. Max Lukulich, who's on the bench today, leads the team to 25 doubles. Almost a brilliant catch, but instead, there's a runner on scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the second. And Jacob Salazar hitting .351, fouls off the first pitch. He has 9 homers and 47 runs batted in. Shortstop today. And he pulls the hard line drive foul into the seats, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, it hits him. It hits him, so with nobody out, we have 2 base runners. Runners at first and second. No intent there, obviously. You had him ahead 0-2. Why would you hit him? So, Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, hitting .281 with 18 homers and 66 runs batted in. Gets up with 2 runners on and nobody out. Checks the swings, outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on LoCicero. Hard ground ball off the glove. He throws it second for 1. Tries at third. Doesn't make sense why he would throw to third base, but in any event, it's a fielder's choice as they get the runner at second. So with 1 down, there's runners at first and third as Matt Termini steps up with a .292 batting average. He's got a runner at third and less than 2 outs. He does not need a hit to get him home. Pitches high, ball 1. It's 4 for his last 12. It's a .333 clip. So, outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. So we got O'Rourke leading off third and LoCicero leading off first. Oh, and it's a line drive. At the very least, it should be a sac fly. Strong throw to the plate is not in time. So Matt Termini has a sacrifice fly and an RBI, and the Bronx Knights lead 1-0 here in the second.
Batting it, the second baseman, number 31.
Next up is Matthew Saps hitting .251, 12 homers, 41 runs batted in. He's playing second base today. He has a runner at first and 2 down here in the second. And he pulls the 2-seam fastball foul for strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Saps. Just below the knees for a ball. Count is 2-1. LoCicero leads off first. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Hitters count. Outside corner, count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner should be in motion. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he pulls it foul. So we'll do it again. Fouls off the pitch to stay alive, and we'll set it up again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first will be in motion. Swing and a miss out in front of the change of speed, and that retires the side. But they do get a run on the sac fly by Matt Termini. And if they're 1.5 innings of baseball, it's the Bronx Knights 1, the Oakland A's 0. We go to the bottom of the second. Shai Ohtani, who pitches and also plays designated hitter occasionally, he's in right field today, steps up with a .306 batting average. And he pops it up on the infield. Jumped out of the crouch. Oh, nice running play by the catcher, Anthony Millo. Looked like it might have been in no man's land, but it ends up being the first out of the inning. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights. In the outfield from left to right, it's O'Rourke, Margot, and LoCicero. And in the infield, Termini, Salazar, Saps, Don Mattingly at first, and Anthony Millo behind the plate. So next up is Ernie Banks, a full Hall of Famer in real life, hitting .262. At the knees, strike one. 93 on the radar gun. He has 2 homers and 9 runs batted in this fictional season. And he jams him. Falls into foul territory, strike 2. Just misses inside. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lazy fly ball to center, playable. Margot makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Batting it, the first baseman.
So Anthony Rizzo, 385. He has an RBI. He's obviously a part-time player. Probably giving a regular player a rest. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, strike 1. As you can see, the shift is on. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. And he hits it the other way. He doesn't quite get around on it. O'Rourke makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bumgarner. And after 2 innings of baseball, it's 1-0 Bronx Knights. Top of the third. The number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo, catcher's hitting .223 on the season. He has 4 home runs. Hard ground ball to the shortstop, Cal Ripken. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The center fielder, number 13.
Standings in the American League West. As you can see, Oakland is 12 games behind the Bronx Knights, who lead the division. Lineup turns over. Manuel Margot, the leadoff man, struck out in the first. He's up there for his 2nd plate appearance against Babe Ruth. And he hits this one deep. Dunn took a step in. Now he backs up, and it is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually the first home run of the season for Manuel Margot. And it's going to be 2-0 Bronx Knights here in the top of the third. Comes the replay. Interesting is that Adam Dunn in left field actually took a step forward before realizing that was over his head. So anyway, Don Mattingly steps up. He flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. And he hits it high and deep, but it is playable at the warning track in center field for the 2nd out.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Chris Ramos popped out in the first. He's hitting .379. Inside, ball 1. Backed him off the plate. Score is 2-0 Bronx Knights here in the top of the third. And he pulls it down towards the seats, and it just misses, lands in foul territory. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. It's deep, it's slicing, just goes foul. It had home run distance, but could not stay fair. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Did he swing? No, he did not. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the second baseman. It's close. Ground ball hard to the third baseman. Fields fires, and the side is retired. So 2.5 innings of baseball. It's a 2-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. Bottom of the third, Yasmani Grandal, the catcher, batting a .179. 1 homer, 16 runs batted in. Steps in. Grounds it, nubs it at the mound. It's going to be a tough play for the pitcher, but he does it. Nice play by Bumgarner. You have to range all the way to the line, the first base line, and then kind of pirouette around and throw it to first without hitting the runner in the back. Nice play. Anyway, lineup turns over Jackie Robinson, who singled in the first. He's 4 for 9 in the series. Steps in. It's a 4-game series. This is game number 3. The pitch is low, ball 1. The A's and the Bronx Knights have split the first 2 of this 4-game set. And he fouls off the curveball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Jackie Robinson, like I said before, is the very first African-American baseball player in the major leagues. As a result, they've retired number 42 around the league. It's a line drive, base hit for Jackie, and he's going to be 2 for 2. So with 1 down here in the bottom of the third, they have a base runner with some speed.
Up next for Oakland, the third baseman, Burt Wells.
Over the second baseman's head. So next up is Burt Wells. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1, but he's hitting .353 on the season. Oh, he was taking off on that pitch, but swing and foul back, so he's got to return to first. Count is 0-1. And he hits it into foul territory. Long run for O'Rourke. I'm sorry, check that. LoCicero can't make it. Count is quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes on Wells. And he pops it again into foul territory the other way. We'll do it again. Quick throw to first. Jackie's back. Trying to keep him close. Lines it foul. We'll do it again. Count is 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Bronx Knights have a 2-0 lead here in Oakland. Jams him. Mattingly will race over into foul territory to catch the pop-up for the second out of the inning. Nice play.
Now batting.
Mickey Mantle, with 2 outs, steps to the plate. He flew out in the first. He's a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Madison Bumgarner. Hall of Famer for the New York Yankees in real life. Takes it at the knees for strike 1. Soft ground ball to Ramos at second. Fires to Mattingly, and the side is retired. So 3 innings of baseball. And the Bronx Knights have a 2-0 lead. Top of the fourth. Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, is 1 for 1. He steps up for his second plate appearance. Checks his swing. Fastball is low. Mike was 3 for 5 in yesterday's contest. Inside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Inside again. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I'm not swinging. Outside, walked him on 4 pitches. The leadoff man here in the top of the fourth is on. They've already got a 2-run deficit. Can't let any more runs score. It's like a statistic that says that if you walk the leadoff man, he comes around and scores like 65% of the time. Anyway, Jacob Salazar steps up for his first official at-bat. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Quick throw to first. O'Rourke is back. O'Rourke has 11 steals on the season. I'm sure if he finds the right timing, he'll take off. And Salazar pulls it foul. Strike one. Modest 7-game hitting streak for Salazar. Swings at a pitch out of the strike zone. Count is 0-2. Count is 1-2. O'Rourke leads off first. And he's out in front of the fastball, pulls it foul, counted, remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jacob. Again pulls it foul down the third base line. Low in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher. No advance on the base paths. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. In the dirt again. After getting ahead 0-2, he works him full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out here. And here comes the payoff pitch. And he hits it high and deep towards the gap. Long run for... Oh, it's going to go off the wall, off the top of the wall. And he's going to try for third, and I think he's going to make it. This is an RBI triple for Jacob Salazar. And the score is now 3-0. That's Salazar's 3rd triple of the season. Almost a home run. So with a 3-2 full count, the high fence here in Oakland Coliseum keeps it from being a 2-run homer, but he gets an RBI triple. No hesitation on the base paths. He was going for third the whole way. So anyway, runner at third base with nobody out. 2 righties are warming in the bullpen for the A's. The first pitch to Benny LoCicero is high for ball 1. Just gets a piece of the change of speed. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Benny's got a .353 average with runners in scoring position. Low, below the knees, 2-1. So Hector Neris and Chad Green are warming in the A's bullpen. You get the feeling that he doesn't have much of a leash. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Still no one out here in the top of the 4th. It's the hitters count. All right, outside corner count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he grounds it down the third base line. So it's going to be it's a nice play by the third baseman, but it'll be an RBI ground out for LoCicero. He gets the RBI, and it's 4-0 Knights. So Termini had a sac fly in the 2nd. No official at bat. Bases are empty with 1 out. And the Bronx Knights lead 4-0. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. Outside corner, tough pitch. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. High pitch. Didn't like the call. But that quickly, there's 2 outs. And the manager's seen enough. Manager's going to make a change. So he leaves with a 4-run deficit. He can't win. He can only lose the game.
Your attention, please.
In relief is Hector Neris, making his 45th appearance out of the bullpen in only June. My goodness. Record is 3-2. He has a save. His ERA is 3.83. And he gets to face Matthew Saps with 2 outs. And the base is empty here in the 4th. He's 0 for 1. Swings and misses the split finger fastball. Count is 0-1. And he skies it the other way to shallow right. Fielder is there. He makes the catch to retire the side, but not before they get another run on the sacrifice fly. And halfway through the 4th inning, it's the Bronx Knights 4, the Oakland A's 3. Oakland A's nothing, 4-0. Check that. Big mistake. All right. Bottom of the fourth. Adam Dunn is 1 for 1. Steps up. So far, Bumgarner has pitched 3 shutout innings. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. The curveball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Dunn. Dunn is a low average, big strikeout, big homer guy. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. It's 1 and 2. Oh no, it is high and deep. That is gone. The shutout is a lost cause. That's home run number 18 for Adam Dunn. A solo shot, and the score is 4-1. Ooh-wee. Killed it. Next up is Cal Ripken Jr. He's 0 for 1 and lined out. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Fouls off the fastball, strike 194 on the radar gun. Swing and a miss to cut fastball inside, count is 0 and 2. Hard line drive down the right field line. LoCicero is there to hold him to a single. So, home run and a single to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Both hits are really hard, so got to keep an eye on that. This entire season, Bumgarner has been used out of the bullpen. This may be a moment where he starts to lose his effectiveness as they go through the lineup the second time. So, Ohtani popped out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on the Japanese import. Fouls off the curveball. Count is 1 and 2.
Ball inside.
Pitch is high. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ohtani. Swing and a miss to cut fastball, and there's 1 away. It's actually his first strikeout of the game. So Ernie Banks flew out in the second. He's 0 for 1. His average is 259 on the season. Runner leads off first. Curveball's in there at the knees for strike 1. Fouls off the changeup. Count is 0 and 2 on Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks, I believe, played for the Chicago Cubs in like the 60s, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that he's a hell of a player. Fouls it down the right field line. Long run for LoCicero. He does not make it, so the count remains 0 and 2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 3-run lead for the Knights. Down and in, ball 1. Count is 1 and 2. Oh, he wanted that pitch. Instead, the count goes 2 and 2. Thought that was a strike. Grounds it to Mattingly. Oh, he fumbles it. Strong throw. Okay, so he ends up getting the fielder's choice instead of the double play. 3-6. And there's 2 away. They get the lead runner. So fielder's choice. As you can see, if he had fielded it cleanly, hit off the heel of the glove. But he was able to make a strong throw to the second baseman. Check that to the shortstop at second. So there's 2 out, runner at first for Anthony Rizzo, who's 5 for 14 on the season. 0 for 1 today. It's in there, strike 1. In his career, he's 4 for 11 against Madison Bumgarner. Grounds it to the shortstop. He tosses to second for the force to retire the side. Adam Dunn with this blast, a solo shot here in the fourth, have gotten themselves on the board, but at the end of 4 innings of play, it's the Knights 4 and the Athletics 1. So we go to the top of the 5th. Athletics bullpen is active with 2 righties warming up. The number 9 hitter for the Knights is Anthony Mello, is 0 for 1. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Hector Neris is still out there for his 2nd inning of relief. Line drive, and that's going to be out in right field for a single. And they lead off the 5th inning with a base runner. Nice hitting by Anthony Mello. He's 1 for 2.
And well, Margot.
So the leadoff man comes to the plate yet again, Manuel Margot. He had a solo homer in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Outside ball 1. Swings over the top of the split finger fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Margot. Mello leads off first. It's a line drive to center. Right there is Mickey Mantle, who makes the catch for the first out.
The first baseman, number 20.
Don Mattingly is 0 for 2. Hit a deep drive to center in his last at-bat. Not much to show for it. This one is probably going to be caught, and yes, it is. Adam Dunn races towards the gap in left center, makes the catch for the 2nd out. Runner remains at first base.
Now batting.
Chris Ramos is 0 for 2. Steps up, actually from the left side this time against the righty Neris. And hits a shallow fly ball. Second baseman Jackie Robinson makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. And at the end of 4 1/2, it's the Bronx Knights leading 4 to 1. So as you can see, Heidi Watney is in the dugout, but there seems to be something wrong with her microphone. So we're going to cut away and get the technician down there to fix that mic. Anyway, Yasmani Grandal is the number 9 hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the 3rd. He's hitting only a .178 on the season. He has not had a great season so far. And the pitch is at the knees for strike 1. Not sure how much further Bumgarner can go, considering that he usually pitches only 1 or 2 innings an outing from the bullpen. And it's a line drive foul over the 3rd base bag. Count is 0-2. They want to get him through the 5th inning mark so that they can get him eligible for the victory. But I'm not sure how much patience they're going to have. Pop up, short right field. Ramos is there, and there's 1 away. Check that. That's not Ramos. That's Matthew Saps at 2nd base today. My mistake.
Now batting, second baseman.
Matthew Saps is at 2nd, and Chris Ramos is the designated hitter today. My mistake. So Jackie Robinson is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, gets his batting average to a clean 300 with the 2 hits. Steps in for his 3rd appearance. And that's going to be 3 for 3 to get him over the 300 mark. And with 1 out here in the 5th, they have that runner at first with the ability to steal. Is the replay. He has had Bumgarner's number today, his 3rd hit. So Wells is up, 3rd baseman. He's 0 for 2. At the knees, cut fastball, strike 1. He's off, strong throw, but he beats it. Again, the stolen base for Jackie Robinson. He's in scoring position. That's his 18th steal of the season. And Wells can knock in a run with a single. But he hits it to Termini at 3rd, who looks the runner back to 2nd and throws to 1st for the 2nd out here in the 5th. Nice play by Termini. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Checks the swing, but it's in there. Strike 1. And he slices it into the seats for strike number 2. Swing and a miss, out in front of the changeup, and that's strike 3. Side retired. So he gets through 5 innings. It's an official ball game. He is the pitcher of record. And at the end of 5, Bronx Knights have a 3-run lead. Should I try to squeeze him for another inning? Let's see. So leading off the top of the 6th is Michael O'Rourke. He has a double and 2 runs scored today.
Mike O'Rourke.
And it's a line drive, which will... Oh, nice catch. Adam Dunn this time makes a brilliant diving catch. Earlier in the game, it hit off the heel of his glove, but not this time. Let's look at that replay. Very nice. So there's 1 out here in the 6th. Next up is Jacob Salazar. He has an RBI triple today. Pitches low, ball 1. Averages .354 on the season. Line drive, 1 hop to Cal Ripken, throws across with authority, and there's 2 away. Gold Glover at shortstop for the Oakland A's, Cal Ripken Jr. So Benny LoCicero has an RBI groundout today, but he's 0 for 2. I'm sure he'd like to get in the hit column. It's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Inside, ball 1. And he hits it high and deep. It's got a chance, but unfortunately it dies a little at the warning track as he makes the catch to retire the side. So, 5.5 innings of baseball. Still a 3-run lead. The Bronx Knights lead 4-1. Bottom of the 6th, Adam Dunn steps up. Madison Bumgarner is still out there. He's only thrown 57 pitches. Last at bat, Adam Dunn took him deep for a upper deck shot. So I'm sure Bumgarner wants to change that. Count is quickly 0-2 on Dunn. And he fouls off the change of speed. Count remains a no balls and 2 strikes on Adam Dunn. And he gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Oh, and he hits it high and deep towards the gap. Long run for O'Rourke, but he gets there and makes the catch for out number 1. A little late on the fastball. Hit it towards the deepest part of the ballpark. Iron Man Cal Ripken, in real life, played for the Baltimore Orioles and played in 2,632 straight games. Got the nickname. Well, the Iron Man is honestly Lou Gehrig's nickname. That's at the knees for strike 1. Shouldn't be calling him the Iron Man because that's Lou Gehrig. But bottom line is that he has got the record for most consecutive games played. Hard ground ball foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. Just gets a piece of the change of speed. Count remains 0-2. Oh, and he gets a charge into this one. It's high and deep. But O'Rourke is at the warning track. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. Just missed it.
Now batting, right fielder, go ahead.
Shohei Ohtani. 299, 6 homers, 17 runs batted in. Playing in right field. He also is one of their starting pitchers. Hits it into the shift. Saps. Fields. Fires. Got him. So he's pitched 6 innings. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Bumgarner at the end of 6. It's still a 3-run lead.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Top of the seventh, Yohan Lopez comes in relief. He's making his 33rd appearance. His record is 2-0. He has a 4.76 earned run average. And he has the honor of facing Matt Termini, who's 0 for 1, but he does have a sacrifice fly.
For the ninth, the third baseman, number 79.
And it's a line drive, but it's foul. Strike number 1. Before we go any further, manager's office, bullpen. Right, left switch. So it doesn't really matter who pitches. So I'm going to go, let's go Zach. And let's have Zach. I'm going to put Zach in the game. I think 6 innings, 1 run is enough to ask for Madison Bumgarner. Swing and a miss, the high fastball, 96 on the radar gun. A righty and a lefty are warming up in the Athletics bullpen. Count is 0-2 on Termini. Just gets a piece of the slider to stay alive. Do your homework, Matt. Inside joke, but anyway. Count is 0-2. Outside, count is 1-2. Lopez deals. Outside, count is 2-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt, so he's got to throw it down to first. Strike him out, throw him out, 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Next up is Matt Saps. He struck out, he's flown out. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. 1 out here in the 7th inning. A little late on the fastball for strike 1. Chases a pitch out of the strike zone, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Saps. Pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2. And he grounds it to the third baseman, spins him around, throws across the diamond, and there's 2 away. Nice play by the third baseman, Wells. Saps is 0 for 3 today. And next up, with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, it's Anthony Miller. He had a single in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. Bases are empty. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Couldn't catch up to that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Now he's out in front of the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the catcher, Miller. Grounds it down the first base line, and it's foul. Let's do it again. Strike 3, swing and a miss, side retired. So it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Bronx Knights lead by 3. It's a 4-1 ball game. Stretch. Changing pitchers. Coming in relief for the Bronx Knights in the 7th inning is Zach Eflin, who knows. Anyway, it's his 5th game of the season. He has no record. His ERA is 3.86. He is a recent call-up from the minor leagues. He gets to face Ernie Banks, who's 0 for 2.
Leading off for the A's, the designated hitter, Ernie Banks.
Pitch is outside, ball 1. And it's a drive to center. A little bit of a run for Margot, but he tracks it. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo. 5 for 15 on the season. Maybe he's recovering from some sort of injury or something. Because at one point, Anthony Rizzo was a all-star first baseman. This is 0 for 2 today. And he, a little late on the fastball, fouls it down the third base line. His career record against Eflin, whatever, is 2 for 5. This time he pulls the bouncer up the first base line. Count is 0 and 2. He skies it the other way. Long run for O'Rourke, but he's going to make it. He gets there and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting.
Had him shifted over to pull the ball, so when he hit it the other way, required him to go back to his original position. So anyway, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Yasmani Grandal, the catcher, steps in. He's 0 for 2. And it's a hard line drive to center, but right at Manuel Margot. He barely has to move to make the 3rd out and retire the side. So at the end of 7, it's still a 4-1 ball game. Knights lead by 3. So he's done. He did his 1, 2, 3. So obviously Trevor May comes in to pitch, but I'm going to the bullpen. I'm going to have Dylan Patance's warm up and scheduled to put him in the game to pitch the 8th. He's the setup man. He pitches the 8th. Manuel Margot is up. The only way that changes is if I can score like 10 runs this inning. Swing and a miss. First pitch by Trevor May against Manuel Margot. Margot was 1 for 3 with a solo homer today. Low and inside. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Attendance here today, 25,422. Fouls off the slider. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Certainly not a sellout here at Oakland Coliseum, or Rickey Henderson Field, as they like to call it now. Fouls off the fastball. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes on Margot. It is the top of the 8th. Sure, they like to get some more insurance. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's a ground ball through the middle. Cal Ripken Jr. makes the play, but unfortunately it's an infield single. Thought it would make it through the infield, but he does get to the ball. But by the time he throws, Margot is at first with an infield single. So they have a runner at first with nobody out here in the top of the 8th. It's a 3-run ball game. Bronx Knights lead 4-1. Mattingly is 0 for 3. Pitches outside, ball 1. The bullpen for the Athletics is active. They got a lefty and a righty. Aaron Bummer and Matt Bowman are warming up. A little late on the fastball, so the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Mattingly. Don Mattingly was the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player for the New York Yankees. Low ball 2, 2-1. Margot leads off first. There's nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Again late on the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count goes full, 3-2. Will the runner be off? I highly doubt it. 3-2 count, nobody out. There's no need. They have a 3-run lead. Ball 4, he lost him. Walked him. So there's runners at first and second with nobody out. Here in the top of the 8th, they already have a 3-run lead. So they're looking to get some more insurance. A's have to keep it close. So Chris Ramos, who's the designated hitter today, is 0 for 3. But he has a runner in scoring position, second. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. He's hitting .365. Runners in scoring position. Oh, knocks him down. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Just misses. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners at first and second lead off. And he fouls off the fastball. Count will go full 3-2. Will the runners be in motion? And he lost him, ball 4. The bases are loaded with nobody out. It's already a 3-run ball game. They can't afford to let any more runs come home. But nowhere left, no more places to put them. Pitching change. Aaron Bummer comes in. He's making his 23rd appearance. His record is 1-1. He has 4 saves and a ghastly 6.85 earned run average. He comes in with the bases loaded and Michael O'Rourke at the plate. Michael O'Rourke is the left fielder. He's 1 for 2 with a double today. Does not need a hit to get a run in. Outside, ball 1, nowhere to put him. Ball 2, count is 2-0. Count is 3-0. Will he have the green light? I highly doubt it. Salazar's on deck. Might as well take a pitch. In there, cut fastball, strike 1. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, and nobody out. Bases loaded here in the top of the 8th. The Bronx Knights already have a 3-run lead. And here comes the pitch. And he pops it up on a 3-1 count. Behind the plate, he makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Wasted opportunity with the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. So Salazar is up. He's 1 for 2. He's a switch hitter, so he turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty Bummer. He has the bases loaded still with 1 out. Oh, it goes. Oh, it's hard smash over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. So it is a fielder's choice and an RBI ground out. And the score is 5-1. So this runner's at first and third now with 2 down. Had the third baseman, Wells, fielded it cleanly, it would have been around the horn double play. But right there, he drops the ball, and that gives Salazar enough time to beat out the throw. Otherwise, it would have been a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. So anyway, it's an RBI ground out for Salazar. And LoCicero, the right fielder, steps up. He's 0 for 3. Runners at first and third and 2 down. Pitches outside, ball 1. Low, ball 2 there. Pitching staff's having a difficult time finding that strike zone. Runners lead off first and third. Grounds it up the middle, shovels it over to the second to get the force, and the side is retired. But they do get an insurance run. So, as we go to the bottom of the 8th, the Bronx Knights have a 4-run lead. Do I want to change pitchers? Why not? Pitching in relief, Dylan Betances. This is his 29th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-2. He has a 1.26 earned run average. He is here to pitch the 8th. Jackie Robinson is 3 for 3. Tries to bunt his way on, and the bunt goes foul. Strike 1. Swing and a miss at the slurve. Strike 2. Swing and a miss, the high fastball, strike 3. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Just gave him the heat. Burt Wells is up with 1 down here in the 8th. Inside corner, 97 on the radar gun. Count is 0-1. And he pops it up. Long run for O'Rourke. Can he make it? No, he cannot. But it's strike number 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Wells. Slider outside. Ball 1. Count is 1-2. So it's a 5-1 lead for the Bronx Knights here in Oakland Coliseum. They split the first 2 games in this 4-game set. Strike 3, and there's 2 down. He struck out the first 2 batters here in the 8th. This is a replay. Again, terrible angle. Mickey Mantle is up. Switch hitter now batting from the left side against the righty Betances. He's hitting 283, 21 homers, 57 runs batted in. Checks the swing, but the fastball's in there. Strike one. Gets a piece of the two-seam fastball, but the count is 0-2 on the Mick. Fouls off the slurve. The count will remain 0-2. Whoa, he hits it high and deep. That ball is gone. My goodness, home run number 22 for Mickey Mantle. A solo shot here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and it is a 5-2 ball game. Whew. My goodness. Look at the replay. My goodness. 429 feet. So Adam Dunn is up. It's a 3-run ball game. He's 2 for 3 with a homer. And he hits it the other way. It's got a chance. It's curving. It is just foul by feet, inches. And it's first strike. He almost hit himself an opposite field home run that hit the pole, but it just missed the foul pole. He fouls off the two-seamer. Count is 0-2 on Adam Dunn. Swing and a miss, strike 3, struck out the side. So Mickey Mantle hit a solo homer to get them a little bit closer, but we go to the top of the 9th as the Knights are leading 5-2. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to have manager, bullpen. We're going to have John Smoltz warming up, and we're going to have Jonathan Holder warming up, depending on what the situation is. If you score a ton of runs, it'll be Jonathan Holder. If it's a 3-run game, it will be John Smoltz. Slow ground ball to the pitcher. He shovels it over, and there's 1 pitch, 1 out. Termini is retired. Matt Saps is 0 for 3. His batting average has dipped to 248. I'm sure he'd like to get a hit in this at-bat. Kind of give that a little boost. Inside, ball 1. Fouls off the backdoor slider. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on the second baseman. Swing and a miss at the slider inside. Count is 1-2. Pitch is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off the sinker. Count remains 2-2. And he slices it foul. Slicing into the seats. Does not quite make it. Point is still a foul ball, 2-2. And it's a lazy fly ball that may... Oh no, it carries out to the center fielder for the second out. I thought it had a chance of dropping in there. Blue base hit, but no. Kind of hung up there for Mickey. He ran it down in the gap. So there's 2 away here in the top of the 9th. So next up is the catcher, who's 1 for 3, Anthony Mello. Last chance to get some insurance. Fouls off the sinker, strike 1. Grounds it, bounces it up the middle. Cal Ripken fires across to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Bummer. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 3-run ball game. Can Oakland come back and tie it? We shall see. Manager, bullpen, John Smoltz, put him in the game. The closer, John Smoltz, Hall of Fame pitcher who used to pitch for the Atlanta Braves, is making his 21st appearance. His record is 3-0. He has 11 saves in 14 appearances. His ERA is 3.68. He faces Cal Ripken Jr. in the bottom of the 9th to lead off. And he pulls the 98-mile-an-hour fastball foul for strike one. John Smoltz was a Hall of Fame starter, a Hall of Fame closer. He did it all. Grounds it to the third baseman. Termini fields, fires, one away. Nice pick. John Smoltz may one day become a Hall of Fame broadcaster. Shohei Ohtani, 0 for 3, steps in with one down here in the bottom of the ninth. Breaking balls in there for strike one. And he hits it into the shift. Saps is there on the edge of the outfield grass, throws him out, and there's 2 away. So the Oakland Athletics are down to their final out. Ernie Banks steps up. Smoltz deals. And he hits it deep but playable. The center fielder, Manuel Margot, on the edge of the warning track, makes the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 5-2. So they're ahead 2 out of 3 games in this 4-game set at Oakland Coliseum. So the 4th and final game, which is tomorrow, will determine whether it's 3 out of 4 for the Knights or whether or not they split this 4-game set 2 apiece. Madison Bumgarner gets the victory. His first start since coming into the rotation. First start, first win. Bronx Knights, 5 runs, only 5 hits, no errors. Oakland A's, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Again, like I said before, Madison Bumgarner got the win. Babe Ruth gets the loss. John Smoltz gets the save. It's his 12th of the season. And Manuel Margot is 2 for 4 with a home run. He is declared the player of the game. This has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 on the PS4. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you can. And if you like Dungeons & Dragons, we have a playlist full of D&D content. So check out Shenanigans ttRPG if you can. That is our main thing. And when I'm not playing D&D, unfortunately, I love D&D, but when I'm not playing, I love video games. So that's why I'm doing this. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and have yourself a great night.